Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are trying to break in our Stihl MS170 and we've got to run through 3 tanks of fuel on this thing to get it through the break-in period before we can actually really crank it wide open and really run it. So I've got some small jobs around here. I've got an apple tree that, you know, one of the branches actually fell out of it. And it's pretty good. It's actually a fork of the tree actually fell out. And so I'm gonna get that cleaned up out of the field. And I might actually saw into the trunk of the tree a little bit because I just noticed there's actually a big dead section in there. So I may try to take that out. And then I've got some trusses from when we built the barn. They've been sitting outside. I should have had them inside, but they've been out for a long time and they are pretty much ruined. So I'm gonna go up there and saw them into pieces and get them to where that they'll fit into our little fire pit so we can burn them up and try to start working on getting through our 3 tanks of fuel with this chainsaw to get it broke in real well. So that wasn't too big of a job. I first was just going to use my bucket. I thought I could cut those pieces up small enough and just toss them in there, but those branches just had stuff hanging off of them everywhere, so they just wouldn't fit in the bucket. To make things easier, just went and got my grapple, so then I could just grab that pile of brush and get rid of it. The goal here is too, I know a lot of you is probably saying, well, why don't you just pick up this whole section with your grapple? What I'm wanting to do is cut these up into pieces to where that they'll fit into my fire pit, because I'm just going to burn these in my fire pit instead of trying to make a burn pile somewhere, because we really don't have a good place for just a burn pile of brush and all that kind of stuff, because it's either in the woods or in our hayfield, and I really don't want to have a burn pile in the hayfield or in the woods somewhere. We've got a little burn pit over there. It's about 6 feet in diameter. We can saw this stuff up in just a couple minutes and have it to where it'll fit in there. And then instead of burning good firewood for our little campfires, or if we want to just sit around the fire, then we can burn this kind of stuff, and it's trash anyway, so it's no big deal. So anyways, let's get back onto this. I'm surprised. It seems like this thing's using more fuel than I would have thought. We're down to about half a tank. I'm shocked. I've only used it to cut just a couple pieces of wood other than what this was. The other night we actually had a little campfire going on, and I sawed like 5 or 6 pieces of firewood. It was maybe 6 inches in diameter at the most. But aside from that, it's all on this 1 tank of gas, and it's about a half a tank. So I'm kind of shocked that it's used that much that fast. But anyways, let's keep going. Let's get her done. So that wasn't too much of a workout for a little Stihl MS170. So again, I'm still just going through the break-in period on this. I've got about a tank and a half of fuel run through it. So only about a tank and a half more to go, and we'll be able to really rip with this thing and crank it wide open. So far, I'm pretty impressed with it. I actually like it, even not being able to run it all out full throttle. I like it pretty good, so we'll have to see. I'm gonna do some comparisons between it and the Echo CS346 and just kind of see how the 34cc versus the 30cc kind of compares to each other.